Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today we're going to do something a little different. A little background first. Right after the catastrophe that was the Lois Lane number 19 cover, I had a friend of mine bring some comics over that he wanted me to get pressed. Now, I had promised him some pressings as a Christmas present, and so these comics I'm going to press for him. That's not what I'm going to show you. He saw a comic in my background and thought, hey, I'll show him the one I have. So he did. He brought this to me. And as you can see, mine is still in the background, so it's definitely not mine. But I took one look at it and I thought, gee, I could make that look so much better with just a cleaning. So I told him I'd like to do a video cleaning this comic. And he said, sure. I mean, he gets a free cleaning out of it, right? That was before I looked at it. And we'll go through that. We'll go through looking at it. It's in pretty bad shape. This actually could use conservation. I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to do is clean it. I might press it. I might not. It does have a spine roll that I'm going to remove. That's because I hate spine rolls. And that's the only reason I'm going to remove it. It's because I hate spine rolls. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, let's get started. All right, we've got this Hawkman number 1 here that I said I would clean for someone. I took some pictures, some still pictures of this area down here, and 1 or 2 on the back. I don't remember how many. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open it up. We're going to take my brush and we're going to gently brush the inside of the comic to make sure that there is no debris inside. And we have some folds that need to be taken care of. I'll do that later on. This is the second wrap. This is the third wrap. Fourth wrap. This should have 8 wraps to the center. The fifth wrap. It does have some staining from the staple. Sixth wrap. Something doesn't look right. Okay, these 2 wraps are loose. That doesn't look like a Hawkman comic there. And it says number 10 here and number 10 there. So that, and the artwork is totally different. And that's Dum Dum Dugan. These 2 center wraps, they're not from Hawkman at all. They're from a Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos comic. Because, yeah, Dum Dum Dugan, really? And there's Frenchie. He's also from Sergeant Fury. I'm going to have to call my guy and let him know that he got screwed again. This is the same person that had the Katie Keene comic that was missing the centerfold. I guess they figure as long as there's 8 wraps, nobody's going to pay attention. Because people don't actually read comics, right? Well, I do, but that's besides the point. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to give the guy a call. I'm still going to clean it. And maybe I'll copy the pages out of mine and print them out, and so that at least he can read the whole thing if he wants. That's messed up. He also has a what we thought was Brave and the Bold 60, but when we opened it up, it was Hawkman number 4 inside. And I'm looking for a Hawkman number 4 cover for him. That, of course, is the first appearance of Zatanna. No, yeah, Zatanna. Let me go give him a call. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this because whatever's on the interior of the comic is not going to affect how I clean the exterior. But I did want to let him know about it because that's kind of a bummer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a cotton round. We're just going to gently go over the cover and see if we can pick up any loose dust, dirt, or whatever. And got a little bit, not much. Put that off to the side so I don't accidentally use it a second time. Next thing we're going to do is try to get some of this dirt off the white areas. And to do that, I need to knock over my my jar that has all my brushes and stuff in it. I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's a pencil topper eraser, Pentel eraser top. I put it on the back side of my X-Acto knives. Almost all of my X-Acto knives have one of these on the back. And we're just going to very lightly go over the letters and see if we can't pull a little of the dirt off of those. Yeah. This is my rubber eraser, my rubber cement eraser. It's great for cleaning erasers. It was worth getting it just for that. I'm just going to clean off some of this dirt. See how it goes. And it does appear to be taking some of the darkness off of it. I'm actually pressing down a little harder than I should, but I think it'll be fine. And come down here and do his kilt or whatever it is. And the belt buckle. And the white here. Took off a decent amount. This is a soot eraser. It's used for cleaning soot from walls and paper, but it's also good for cleaning books too. I'm just going to very gently go over the whole book with it. And it'll help pick up some dirt that might be a little bit ground in. You got to be real careful with these. They will grab and tear paper. I have done that before. All right. I knocked something in the floor and I got to find it eventually. Let me pick that up so I don't step on it because it does have a liquid in it. I moved it off to the side so it won't be affected. Next, I'm going to grab some of these. Why? Why, you say? Because I need them. And I'll explain why as I go. I don't like wearing gloves, okay? I don't mind wearing gloves that are supposed to keep my hands warm, but I don't like wearing the nitrile gloves because they make my hands sweat. But this is a case where I really need to, and everyone should. See, I'm going to use this. I'm going to get some of this eraser stuff on here. So why am I wearing gloves? Well, if you have bare hands and you're doing this, some of these eraser fines will get into your pores. They'll pick up dirt. And as you're dealing with the comics, you think your hands are clean, but they're really not. This prevents that from happening. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Just like this. And what I have under here is I have a backing board and then a piece of newsprint under the cover. I don't know if you can see the dirt that's on there or not. I'm going to put a little more on here. Might have to get a new bag pretty soon. This one's getting kind of thin. Okay, what I want to do is tap this down. We'll go ahead and take out that newsprint. Brush it all into a pile. Back onto the comic. I don't really need a glove on this hand in general. You don't put one on there. But I decided to because I knew I'd be holding on to the comic. And this cover is in bad shape. It really needs some conservation. In fact, I think the cover is loose. I didn't check to see if the cover was attached to the staples. I just kind of assumed it was. And now I'm having second thoughts on that. See, it's a grayish color now instead of the white that it was originally. That's dirt that it picked up. Picking up a lot of dirt here. That's okay, we're still going to use it. Yeah, I think I'll order another one of these and another steamer too, because I really should have a steamer in this room. Now, I'm not going to get these tide marks off with this. To be honest, I'm not going to try to get the tide marks off with that. I'm not going to worry about those tide marks at all. Because unless I'm going to do some kind of a damp remediation, there's no way to get those off. Actually, I think I could, but it takes a long time. Yeah, this is in bad shape. A lot of dirt. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take get another backing board under there. Take a little tiny bit of soap, just a drop or two, that's all it takes. A little bit of soapy water, cold soapy water, not hot soapy water. That's some dirt. And we got to let it sit. And after we let it sit and let it dry, and we'll be back for it when it does. Looks dry. I'm going to take another. Took about 2 or 3 drops of water. It's okay. Way too much. Perfect. We're just going to start going over this. Yeah, the cover has separated. I'm not surprised. It was really weak. And even though I was trying to be gentle, stuff like that happens. We'll get it all fixed up. Let it sit again, let it dry again. And now take a dry cotton swab or a cotton round and very gently go over it, buff it out a little bit. Bring back some of that gloss. Do the same thing with this side. Just a drop or two. That's all you need. I know you can't see what I'm doing because of my arms, but that's the way it goes. Same thing again. Go over it lightly with the dry cotton round. Bring out some of that gloss. And that's all there is to it. It's pretty easy to do, really. Now, for those of you that were wondering why I decided to wear these gloves while using the pad, take a look at the dirt. Do we really want that on the rest of the comic? And if I hadn't had these gloves on, that dirt would have been in here and really been a problem. So that's why I wear them when I use that. I hate them, but you gotta kind of wear them sometimes to both protect your hands and to protect the what you're working on. So that's it. That's how I cleaned it, and it turned out pretty well. Aside from the fact that, of course, it's missing 2 reps. I texted the guy. We went back and forth. He decided he didn't want it because it's missing those 2 reps. So I'll give them a couple of bucks for it, and I'll start looking for a coverless copy of Hawkman #1. And maybe we can get some of the stains out of it, out of the back cover as well. Overall, I think it did not come out bad as far as the front cover. Back cover, it's okay, I guess. I do have some pictures, the front and some of the back, and of course you saw those already, so at least, hey, I'm trying to do it right. So there we go, that's it. We'll see you tonight at 8:00 p.m. for Coffee with Chaos. Take care, everybody. Have yourself a great day.